In the world of business, a name is more than just a name. It's an identity, a promise, and more importantly, a trademark. But what happens when two companies claim the same identity? They go to war. Take Indigo, for example. It's India's largest airline by fleet size. It controls 63% of the market share, and now it has filed a case against Mahindra Electric Automobile Limited, the EV subsidiary of automaker Mahindra. And why is an airline suing an automaker? Indigo says it's about trademark infringement. The bone of contention is a two-character code, 6E. You see, 6E is Indigo's call sign. That means all Indigo flights are identified by this code, 6E, plus it is part of their overall branding. There are 6E menus for flights, 6E experiences, 6E loyalty programs. Basically, 6E is the cornerstone of Indigo's branding. The airline secured this trademark in 2015. It allows Indigo to use 6E for various purposes. And where does Mahindra come in? On November 26, they launched two new EV cars in India, Mahindra XEV9E and Mahindra BE6E. Now, Indigo has a problem with the second one because it uses 6E. Indigo says this infringes on its already established trademark. So the airline has moved court. And what does Mahindra have to say? The automaker says its branding is BE6E and not 6E alone. Plus, it has already registered BE6E as a trademark, so Mahindra has the right to use it for its vehicles. The next hearing is on December 9th. We don't know how the case will play out, but Mahindra's argument is quite simple. There is no conflict of interest. One is an airline, the other is an electric vehicle. It's not like customers will be confused, which seems like a fair point. But this is not the first such case. Across industries, companies battle fiercely to protect their trademarks, even from unrelated businesses. Take Louis Vuitton, for example. It's a luxury fashion house. In 2015, they sued a South Korean fried chicken restaurant. Why? Because of its name, Louis Vuitton Duck. Now, LV said the name dilutes their brand. It's absurd, high fashion versus fried chicken, but apparently brand reputation is everything, and Louis Vuitton ended up winning this case. The owner of this restaurant had to pay them. Then in 2023, another bizarre case came up. Energy drink company Monster Energy sued Pokemon in Japan. The lawsuit was against the use of the word monster. You see, Pokemon is an abbreviation. The full form is Pocket Monsters. In Japan, the franchise goes by its full name. Monster Energy had a problem with that. It said people may confuse Pokemon with their company. Again, weird logic. And obviously, it did not fly in Japan. Japanese officials rejected this claim. And if you thought this was weird, look at the next one. In 2004, Microsoft filed a trademark complaint against a teenager, a teen named Mike Rowe, M-I-K-E-R-O-W-E, Mike Rowe. He had set up a website, mikerosoft.com. It was a pun on his name, but the tech giant was not amused. They said the phonetic resemblance infringed its trademark. The case was settled outside court. But it shows you how far companies go to protect their brands. We say if they spent half as much energy and effort to improve their products, the consumers would be happier. Do you know anyone who flies Indigo because their branding is 6E? Consumers want flights on time, clean seats, decent food, and supportive staff, 6E or not. And trademarks were designed to protect brands from unfair competition. And yes, companies must protect their trademarks, but how far is too far? Battles over trademark often lead to aggressive enforcement, even in cases that seem trivial. Companies may win the battle in court, but they often don't play out well in the court of public opinion.